Somebody right now in your life is copying everything that you do and acting like it originated from them, or the concept, the idea, the thought, the action, whatever it is that they are copying you. They're acting like they did it first, or they're the ones that thought of it first. And we know it's not true, but that's how they're moving, right? Uh, why would this be taking place? Why are people copying you in the first place? I mean, copycats are always, you're always going to see copycats. You're always going to see mimics. Okay, you're always going to see people who are watching you so heavily and decide that they want to do exactly what you do, or they want to have exactly what you have. And they're going to live life by these principles. They decided, like, listen, this is just what I'm going to do, right? I see so-and-so, they've got that going on. I'm going to have that going on too. And maybe, just maybe, I'll be like them. That's one of the main reasons why people will copy you in the first place, because they want to be like you in some way. They want to try to emulate you. They want to try to be on your level, maybe be seen in the same way that you are seen, or the same way that they feel that you are seen. And so they feel like in order to achieve this, they have to copy you. They have to get what you get. If there's something about you that you have, or if there's something that you possess, they're going to try to get that too, so that they could feel like they are you. All right. It's kind of creepy. It can get really odd, but people will do this because they want to be like you. They want to be admired like you. They want to look like you. They want to be seen in the same light as you, right? There could be somebody who is just copying what you say, or copying how you talk, or the things that you talk about, or the subject matters you talk about. It could be somebody in your life right now. They'll copy you. They'll talk about the same things, but this is not something that originated from their mind. This is something that they watched you do, maybe religiously, and then they decided to enact the same thing. There's going to be people who now, all of a sudden, after they copy you, they're going to be acting like you're copying them, and that maybe you're jealous of them, or you're doing what they do. You're copying their style. It's like, I did this first, you know what I mean? And they know that, right? They know. But they're just going to pretend, because it's a lot of ego involved when people do these kinds of things, right? Where it's like, I got to do what he does. I got to get what he has. I got to do what she does. And I got to make sure I do it better. And then when I'm out here moving like them, I got to make it seem like I did this first, or I thought of this first. And it's just all convoluted. But this is what a lot of people do. Jealousy and envy will be the driving forces about why people will copy what you do, and then act after the fact like you're copying them, you're jealous of them. Maybe you're calling these people out like, you're doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, maybe in a subtle way, you're kind of calling it out. Like, why do you have that now? How come all of a sudden, I have that? Why do you have that? Some of these people will actually steal your stuff even. I've been in situations like that where people have stolen my things, and then they are kind of flaunting it, or they're, you know what I mean? They're walking around with it. It's like, I lost something like that recently. Oh, well, this is mine. I just got this ordered. Same style, same make, same size, same everything. It could be something falling off of them. They don't care. They'll have it tailored just to make it seem like they thought of it first, or they got it first, but really you got it first, and they can't stand the fact that you maybe shine in a way, or because the fact that you have anything at all, it's like they want to have that too, so that they can shine in a similar fashion. But they don't have the spirit. That's where they always lack. That's where things always go awry. Somebody can watch your life morning, noon, and night, 365 days of the year. And they'll never have your spirit down pat. They will never actually be you. So when people seek to copy you and then act like they thought of it first, or they did that first, this is a mental problem brewing. You know what I mean? This is somebody who is starting to become, having their reality distorted, and somebody who's starting to tiptoe away from their own identity in order to be somebody else, or to act like somebody else. And it's like it's going over their own head. So it could become a mental calamity if they do not redirect, right? And start, deciding to find their own groove and do their own things, and sure, be inspired by people around you, but don't copy folks, don't mimic, right? Because it's glaringly obvious and they think that it's not obvious, or they think that nobody's noticing, or they feel like nobody is paying attention to what they're doing, or these new ways of being, or how they act, how they talk, how they move, how they while out, you know, the things that they have now, things in their possessions. They're acting like nobody can see that or nobody can sense this, and it's obvious. All right, everybody will know who is the originator and who is the faker, right? Everybody's going to know who is the one that thought of it, or who's the person that started it, and who's the person who's just biting off someone else's style, or biting off someone else's vibe, right? So it's going to be glaringly obvious. So let it be known in the comments, okay? If you have anybody in your world right now who has copied you, and they're turning it around and making it seem like you're copying them, or you're jealous of them, or you're feeling uncomfortable by what they're doing now, even though they stole it from you, or they got that from you, or they're only doing it because you're doing it and you know,